Hello and welcome to Wizards on Fire, the show where students interview WH staff while eating progressively hotter wings, and provided by Wing Shack. We want to give a huge shout out to Windsor Wing Shack for sponsoring our show. Use the QR code on the right side of the screen to see the many specials from the Windsor Wing Shack. I'm this week's host, Zaida Pientka, and joining me today is a Windsor Wizards legend. He has had 36 years of coaching experience, 18 of that being here. He's a math teacher and our unforgettable head coach, Coach Jones. Coach, thank you for joining us. Are you ready for the Wizards on Fire Wing Challenge?
Yeah, I guess I have two choices. I can leave now or show up and do it. So I'm going to take show up and do it.
Well, let's get started then. You're eating this very quickly. I forgot how salty wings are. This is really sad.
My stomach needs to adapt to the environment that's about to be created.
Every year at Windsor, senior football players add a layer of tape to a lanyard with a whistle, and you have been widely attributed for bringing the star to our Windsor logo. Tell us about the tape and star.
Good question. The whistle was my father's. He started teaching and coaching in 1960. And he did 36 years of it as a teacher. And he coached 3 sports for 11 years, and that was his whistle when he was coaching. So when I went into teaching, he sent me the whistle. So I've had it ever since, and it's snapped a couple times. So one of my things I did was every time I coached a senior, I said, hey, let's put your piece of tape on there so you're always with me. So I have all those seniors with me, and then I cover it all up with a fresh piece so it's protected throughout the season. So there's, holy cow, quite a few years of seniors on that whistle. It's every year I've been a head coach, so 25 years of seniors. So roughly 500 students.
Wow, I haven't seen the tape before.
I could bring it in. It's really difficult to get over my neck now. It's pretty thick. I've had to do some surgeries on it just because of getting it over my head was so difficult. And I haven't worn it in a couple years. I bring it to the game, put it in my bag, but because it's so tight, I wore it 3 years ago, I think. And it was so tight, I was getting this big red rash on my neck. So I decided, I haven't gone back and done a surgery on it, so I think I need another surgery performed by some experts.
What do the surgeries look like?
Well, you're going to get like a utility knife or a carpet knife and slice it so you can open it up. And it's really neat when you open it up because there's this fresh white tape on the outside, and you get to the inside, it's like yellow, old, dry, it's dusty. And I'll slice it open, then I'll find a spot where I can cut it. And then I've got, the lanyard was like this long. So when it snapped a couple times, it was like down to here. But I kept all the original string because it was my dad's. So I have that original string so I can tie it into the ends and make it a little longer. So, it looks like an old neck roll you'd wear in football back in like the 70s or 60s. So, yeah, it's pretty old.
You played football in high school?
I did, yeah.
What position did you play?
I played a lot of positions. I played cornerback, safety, return kicks, punts, played receiver, running back, the backup quarterback. So played all over. So, yeah.
Mr. Worldwide, that's my favorite reference. What about the star?
The star? Well, my first year here, we got through our first football season, and we were going into the off season, and I really thought all the kids in our program could be somebody unique to this community. And I said, we came up with this acronym STAR, which was, strength, teamwork, attitude, and responsibility, which the district later adapted and put some different words in to describe students and what attributes we're looking for.
Yes.
But there's 5 points on a star, and that's just 4 of them. And a lot of people never ask, what's the fifth point represent? The fifth point is, it's up to you to do all these things every day. So to be a star, this stuff has to be at the forefront of your mind when you're at home with your parents, in your classes, in the hallway, at lunch, off campus, at work, training with your team, practice with your team games. So
you gotta choose to be the star.
Yeah, it's a personal choice to embrace that.
Nice. Well, let's go on to our next wing then.
Wing number 2.
This is garlic hot.
This will put us at
right.
Yeah, this will put us at 2/7, roughly 28%. Because 1/7 is 14.28. So 28.56%.
I tried to do the math in my head, but my mind went,
Okay.
nah.
I was bored when I was a kid, and I'm talking with my mouth open. I don't care. Hi, guys.
Wow, I can't believe you. No manners?
I'm going to respect the bird as long as I can. Until this kicks my butt. So, I'll get to a point where I'll throw some honey in. So why did you decide to do this, and why did you pick me?
You were the only teacher on the list I knew well enough.
All right. Okay. You want to tell the kids how you know me? How do you know me?
You taught me geometry, but I didn't know you were the head coach until I was doing the research.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Try to stay under the radar.
Yeah, it's so sneaky.
Shout out to Miller's Honey, locally owned and operated.
On the field, you have a nickname, X-Man. Could you share where that nickname originated from?
Oh, yeah. Well, when I graduated college, the first of 3 times, I lived in South Jersey. So I was back home, and I had an opportunity to be a full-time sub at Ocean City High School, and I was a volunteer football coach for the football team. And they introduced me as Coach Jones and Mr. Jones, and before then, I had dark hair, and everyone thought I was an undercover drug agent. So they thought I worked for the DEA. So they go, he's Agent X, and then ended up being Coach X, X-Man. So a lot of people in the area originally know me as X-Man and Coach X, and some people still call me X. Some people call me Coach Jones or Mr. Jones. So yeah, it's something that definitely it was neat back in the day, and so that's where it kind of originated from. People thought I was an undercover agent for the DEA.
Are you?
No.
Dang.
Just getting ready for the next one.
What do you want to be?
I don't know. I did at college. They had a FBI came in. There was like some opportunities to take some testing with them, and I did one test with them, and then they called me back to take another test, but I never followed up. So
I'm gonna have to ask you if I need more water.
I'll pour it for you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a messy eater. So.
That's okay. Oh, you're eating them all too. Way to go.
Yeah, I gotta follow example,
Okay.
All right, we need these other wings that ask the question.
Ghost garlic.
Ghost? You beat me to it.
Oh, you want to announce it?
Ghost garlic.
Like, do you have a breakdown on what the number 1 ingredient is that brings up the heat?
Oh, I don't like this one.
Oh, really?
I'm not eating the whole thing, no.
Okay. And I did eat a light lunch.
I was gonna eat lunch, but...
Not super light. Coach Betty said, make sure you eat something.
Yeah, a lot of people, when they were first doing it, last semester, they didn't eat breakfast, and then something.
And then it got to it.
Yeah. I don't like this. So, you grew up in New Jersey. What would you like to say are some of the biggest cultural differences between New Jersey and Colorado?
Pizza. We have pretty good pizza there. Good club. I know we had good Italian restaurants. They have good Greek food out there, you know, and I did grow up, holy cow, a couple miles from the beach, so spent all my summers at the beach, which was really good. And but it's like spending your weekends in the mountains here, you know. So we had the beach, you guys had the mountains, so definitely cultural though. Rabid, they're really rabid sports fans, and I think they are here too. You know. And,
You're doing much better than I am.
wow. Wait, that one started kicking up at the end there, so. I know number 4 is always going to be the one. Those guys are saying this guy's going to be the butt kicker, so we'll see how it goes.
I'm not looking forward to this anymore.
We can always just take one little nibble. I'll see how this guy tastes, and we'll get. Yeah, East is, there's a lot of nice people there, but, you know, some people don't have as much patience with people on the East Coast as they do out here, so. Might be the number one difference, outside the foods, so.
Yeah, the most I've been in New Jersey is I went to Philadelphia and then we drove across the bridge, turned around and drove back across.
Just to say you went to New Jersey?
Yeah.
Check it off. I mean, do people drink the whole thing?
Drink what whole thing?
That whole thing.
I am.
42% of the way there. We can get there.
So, this summer, the Windsor football team helped raise funds for jerseys and I forgot what you're doing.
That's okay.
Okay, I'll just say this first, then I'll do it.
Okay.
Help raise funds for New Jersey and supplies for the North Carolina Wildcats after COVID and hurricanes. Why makes talking so much worse?
Mm-hmm.
What was it like helping a team that was so reminiscent of our football team when you first started here?
Well, my good friend Darren Rim, who I knew through a good high school friend, was coaching football there. And he hadn't started coaching football yet, but it's a school, it's the median income there is like $18,000. So that right there should, if you know much about math, the middle income of that town is $18,000. Not 80 or 180, it's 18. So they don't have a lot of resources. The numbers on their team were pretty small, around 34 kids to start. Halfway through the season, they were down to 18. And so they needed some things, and I wanted to reach out to them, and I just felt like a great opportunity for our guys to realize, hey, don't take for granted what we have here at Windsor High School. So we raised about $600 and bought them new practice jerseys, donated some practice pants, and some practice gear you wear when you're doing practices when you're representing the scout team versus the first team. So.
How much does like a jersey cost?
We had a really good deal. A local firm, Garretson's, where some former players of ours work, gave us a deal of, they were like 20, instead of like $32, he got them for us for like $21.
Oh, nice. So
we got like 40 jerseys for them.
Got a steal.
Yeah. So, what's this guy?
This is Bear.
Bear. Let's see.
All right, we need to get a move and got less time. Yeah, this isn't as bad since I got like spice out of my mouth.
Mm-hmm. Does the lemon help? No.
Does the honey help?
Yeah, a little bit. It was the tip of my tongue on the last one. It was kind of heated up. How about yours?
How about what?
How about yours? Where did it heat up the most on you?
Like the middle of the tongue. Yeah.
I mean, I got like a little eye-watering sensation going on, but.
I'm trying to like get the meat from the middle of the chicken because I get chicken and then not spice.
Avoid the. That's cool. I think I might pour the honey on this next one on top. Is that legal to pour the honey on top?
It is illegal.
It's illegal? Ooh. Yeah, that one. Those guys said you had to eat the bear one. Was that what? Before you went to work in Super Bowl? The bear one? Look at that.
Yeah, they're hot.
But yeah. Right. What was the last question we talked about? Was Colombia, yeah. So anyway, to kick back to that story, they'd not won a game in 3 years. And I think when I got here, they'd won like 4 or 5 games in 3 years. They weren't very successful. And I was like, it was cool to be starting a program that, was so, relatively down. And my friend Darren was part of that program in Colombia. And anyway, they won 5 games this year, the most they'd won like in 15 years. And it's not because we, gave them uniforms, but we checked their games every week. We watched them on NFHS. We really, paid attention to them and followed them. So
nice. So like the emotional morale support stuff.
Well, and it's also like positive karma, right? Do good things for others. Try not to get in the weeds. And sometimes in life, when you get in the weeds, you get caught in that stuff where you're talking negative all the time. As opposed to, okay, we have seeds to plant.
I feel good. I feel better now.
And I heard this is the trap one.
I always hear this is the worst one.
But we have 56% of them completed.
36%?
56.
No.
4/7.
No, okay.
Guys, crank it on the calculator.
If 1/7 is 14%, you do that times 4. That's 48%.
56. What do we got, Jack? 56. Oh, yeah, 56. Because it's 0.28.
We're both wrong.
57.12. Woohoo! There we go.
You know what? I say we're both wrong.
I was relatively close.
You were closer than I was. All right.
You're doing well.
The bomb. This is the worst.
All right.
Let's just go into it. Let's
do this first.
Comes after.
Huh?
Does milk actually help?
Oh no.
I forgot we had milk.
This is just the reaction show, right?
Yeah, like
I'm gonna go all in because life's too long not to have fun every day.
I chugged that.
Hang in there.
Give me a second.
You want to try the lemon again? Like that one I feel in the roof of my mouth going down the back. Where I want to sneeze. I'm going to sneeze. That was a sneezer. Got a little eye watering. Oh my gosh, close. Just take a bite next time. This one reminds me of that one over there, but a little more intense.
Yeah, just a little more intense. Just
like camping.
I've never gone proper camping.
I got some water going now. All right, I will try to. It totally changes the discussion as these heat up.
You are a great motivational speaker. How do you continuously inspire students to do better, especially when things get hard on the field or in the classroom?
Whoa, great job. Let's see. There's all kinds of great opportunities out there when we're especially coaching or teaching to be great role models for people and show people how to handle difficult situations. Easy thing we could do is like, oh, that's that kid, or that happened, and blame it on something else. Like I said
Are you
earlier,
crying?
it's just a reaction to that one there. But it's like responding to a situation, or instead of like waiting. One of our sayings we have in football is go to the next 30 seconds of life. So give it 30 seconds. Don't be reactive. And take some time to learn from what just happened. And everybody has something to offer through their mistakes that they make that we learn as instructors or coaches. Like, kid made that mistake. Was it really the kid, or was it some of our instruction or coaching or teaching? And so it gives us a chance to dig down deep and rise above what just happened and move forward for the sake of that individual student or athlete. I never judge one student athlete by one event that they do or one activity or one error they make. It's always about, hey, that's a mistake. People are going to make mistakes. You just can't give up on people. And people will continue. There's kids here we know that make multiple mistakes, but eventually one day in their life is going to be the rest of their life. And what I mean by that is that you can turn your whole life around in one day.
Yeah.
By making some special choices.
It's just sticking there. I'm sorry.
Oh. Almost there. Just under 72%. 60. Oh.
I had what I did was
That was number 5, guys. Holy cow. We have 2 more to go.
I put an ice cube in my mouth, and that definitely helped.
Did it really? I know it's going to help.
Can I ask the questions then eat, please?
Go for it.
In May 2016, you retired as... Hold up the suspense, You retired as Windsor's head coach. You coach at Rocky Mountain, and then came back in 2017 to a directionless team. Then in 2018, you got a severe concussion, making it very difficult to teach and coach. What were some of the biggest lessons you learned during these challenging times?
Well, the first one was little spiritual, little just making the right decision for my family. Literally, I was at a barbecue in our old neighborhood in Fort Collins, and we were talking about our kids going to 7th grade and playing football for the first time. And my oldest son Ellis was going to play football. Go for it. And then I was telling these guys, yeah, he's going to try football, and 3 of the dads said, oh, he's going to hate it because he's going to play for this guy who kind of runs people off and makes it very difficult to want to stay and play football. Yeah. So it got me thinking, as a guy who played high school, college football, coached forever, that I wanted my son to have a good experience. And so I was really worried about it. And I kind of talked to my wife about it, prayed about it a little bit, and then I went to the supermarket the next day, and I saw a lady I know who was the assistant principal at Rocky, not in high school, and I said, you guys have any job openings? And she said, well, we just closed a math opening on Friday. I go, She goes, you want to leave Windsor? I said, not that I really want to leave Windsor, but I think I need to be home with my family. and play a larger role in my kids' lives. They opened the job back up. I took the job. It was a leap of faith. It was a long year here, difficult year. A lot of people. We had a rough year here at Windsor. Quite a few people that were close to our program and graduates. We had a couple. I mean, like 5 deaths. It was very difficult. And being away from the people that I poured so much of my life into and love into was difficult. And then it was around, I don't know, late October. I said I need to be here, and so came back to Windsor High School. And then the second part was the car accident. Yeah, that was. I'm so grateful that there's a lot of great people here that carried a lot of water for me.
Carrying water.
Mm-hmm. I've always just taken care of myself and done all my work and not needed help. And it was very difficult for me to have other people do things for me. I've always been the one that wants to do stuff for other people and serve other people. And I was in a condition after that car accident that I was not in good shape. And I tried real hard to keep coming in, and it made it worse. And I literally missed, I think, about 16 weeks of school.
Oh.
And it took about 2.5 years to get back to something relatively normal. Concussions are not something to like look over and look past. So, but I had great people here, coaching staff, the math department picked up the athletic department, the administration team. It was tough. You always want to take care of other people, and they were taking care of me, and I felt like I felt so blessed to have so many people care about me. I didn't know the depth of what they were willing to do for me and my family.
Is it kind of like you have a village even if you don't realize it?
Mm-hmm. And this one's called Mad Dog. It's Mad Dog 357, people. Sponsored by, is it Wing Shack still?
No, this is the Wing Shack, and then...
All right, let's see how this goes, fellas.
350,000 on the Scoville scale.
What does that mean? Oh! That one hit the pipes. I don't know, people. Can I go all the way on this one, Jack? I don't know. That one's hitting. It hits you down like. I went down.
That's why I did it in the middle.
Whew!
You did chicken wings, not stuff.
Maybe next time we have some little dead mats, a little alcohol thing, rub on your hands. But yeah, that went from a difficult time, Zaida, to where you know where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. That one, I'm gonna pay for that one.
Oh yeah, there's like a very coffee.
Just challenging different parts of the digestive system right now.
And geometry. You once told my class you had to run away from mafia, and you never told us that lesson. So can we hear it now?
I didn't run away from them. I was definitely threatened, but I was scared. I was more scared for my mom. Yeah. You want to know the whole story? Okay.
As much as you want.
All right. I think she's going to make it.
I'll get you a refill.
Can I try your honey?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just pour it on the lemon.
Go for it. Just swoosh it around your mouth. Once again, it's one of those extra flavor things. Because this one's the top of my mouth and the back. Have you guys all done that? All right, mafia. Woo! gonna be tough when your tongue is all swollen. But the mafia.
I choked on the honey.
Okay. Whew. All right.
I don't know why I'm laughing.
Okay. Mafia. Well, whew. I used to work for a Mazio's.
I might throw up.
Want a trash can? Right. Is there one over there for you? You might need the trash. All right. Get it out. Sorry. Better out than in. All right. We're being good sports. All right.
I'm not gonna eat the last one.
Okay, mafia. I used to work for Mazio Produce in the summertime, in between college, and we would deliver produce to restaurants, little markets on the side of the street and stuff, and pizza places. And so I had this one delivery one day, and Mad Dog, hot. Mad Dog, okay. I made the delivery, and this new restaurant opened up. It was a pizza place. It was owned by a mob boss's son. So, a made man, basically. And so, we need more water? Oh, where's the water? The cord got jacked up. Anyway. We're almost there. The destruction. Okay. No more water?
I'm gonna try and calm myself down.
I'm trying to get the story done. Hold on. Okay. You weren't kidding. I said, do we need all that water? Yes, we do.
Okay.
Oh, gross.
Retail coach?
Yeah. Yeah, I've got snot everywhere now.
You guys are a mess. Fun show though, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So you go out on a run with your truck, and you got like 25 deliveries on your truck, and you got all the produce and stuff on there. If you ever delivered to a place that was connected to somebody in the mob, the form with all the order on it was folded in the top left corner. And so I get to the end of the day, and we got this new pizza place opens up, so that gets to be the last delivery. So I put that one in the back, first in the truck. So I get to it at the end of the day, and so the little Italian guy comes out, younger guy, probably 130 pounds, and I'm like 210 pounds. I'm in college lifting for football and stuff. And anyway, guy's dropping all kinds of bad words at me. Tell me, where have I been? Why aren't you here? I need that order 3 hours ago. And, can you hear me? Oh. And anyway, we get I'm taking the stuff off the truck, and finally I had enough. I had enough of this guy cursing at me and calling me all these bad names. And I said, why don't you just pay your bill? And he goes, what did you say? And I said, pay your bill, dude. And he threw a 15-pound box of mushrooms at me while I had a 50-pound bag of onions. So the box bounced off me, so I hurled the 50-pound bag of onions at him, knocked him on his butt, and then I grabbed the slip and I said, pay your blanking bill. And I left, and then the guy said, you're effing dead. He kept going, you're blanking dead, you're blanking dead. I get back to Mazio's, the loading dock, and Mr. Mazio's out there with all three of his kids. And he's like, Jonesy, you know what you did? I go, no. He goes, that was a made man. I go, the slip wasn't folded. He goes, he's a made man. I go, but dude, the slip wasn't folded. I didn't know. Anyway, they said, you got to go back there and apologize. I go, I'm not going back there without one of your sons. So I go, Ben Jr. goes with me. You okay?
I'm sorry, we gotta wrap up.